All right, in case you missed it this weekend, we had an actual fight in the MLB, not the typical pushing and shoving and shit talking that we normally see in baseball brawls. No, we had a no holds barred, drop the Duke, square 'em up, swinging match between the White Sox and the Guardians. And the MLB has handed out their suspensions as a result of this fight. Tim Anderson, Jose Ramirez, it was live primetime action. Better than maybe that Jake Paul boxing fight with Nate Diaz. It was unbelievable stuff. If you haven't seen it already, I'm going to go through, break it down. It was crazy scenes in this game. And honestly, you don't get to see this in baseball. It's really, really fun to actually see an actual fight in baseball because they always get heated, they always get talking, and nothing ever occurs. Now we got something. So this was crazy. If you didn't see it this weekend, so Guardians playing the White Sox. Jose doubles down the line here, and then Tim Anderson puts down a tag on Jose, and Jose didn't like this. He didn't like this tag. He said after the game that Tim Anderson's got a knack for throwing down heavy tags, and he doesn't appreciate it. Somebody's going to get hurt. And now you can see this is elevated. I don't know what was said, but Tim didn't take too kindly to Jose putting his hand in his face, and then all hell breaks loose. They say go, he drops the glove, squares him up, and then they start swinging, and then boom, down goes Anderson. We have a knockout, folks. KO. Now, it looked like Timmy was going to win this fight to start it off. He was really throwing some good dukes, had some good form. Jose was just kind of flailing. I'm surprised Jose didn't look a little better. I thought the Island boys knew how to fight, but he dropped Timmy with that power punch. Makes sense. Jose's a smaller guy, but he's got some thickness to him, and he's got a lot of pop in his bat, so you can see where he generated that power from. Timmy goes down. Everybody's getting out there. One of the crazier scenes you're going to see in baseball. So Anderson, so here we go. Here's the tag. Aggressive tag. Jose didn't like this tag. He's talking shit. He said, hey, man, you're going to hurt me. You're going to hurt me. Tim not having it. The finger point, I think the finger point right there is what got it. The umpire tried to break it up good on him. Ooh, this is clean. Good punches there from Anderson. And then boom, he catches him with the right. Brutal scenes. I mean, Tim Anderson, I don't know how you recover from this. We're talking jelly legs over here. Oh, here's one. I'll give you one more good look at this. Umpire gets the hell out of the way. He dropped the glove. This is real tough. This is a real tough look from Tim Anderson here. He's going to square him up. Boom, he's got him. Jose's just flailing. This is looking like a win right here. Easy. And then boom. And it's night. The teams would then come together again. But absolute scenes right there. Actual fight. Real damage done. Timmy had jello legs as they were trying to escort him off the field. He kept wobbling. He kept shaking. So he was really out, folks. So Anderson's getting 6 games for this incident. He took the heaviest of the suspension. Jose ended up only getting 3 games. I'm thinking they're saying Tim instigated this entire situation with the dropping of the glove and squaring up, because if somebody squares up on you, you got to throw, man. This is a man's world. You can't be just running away on the baseball diamond. You're just going to have to go with it. All right, so Anderson tweeted some wild stuff here, pulled it out. I mean, he's having a tough year. Probably his worst season, definitely his worst season in the MLB, but he was saying some wild stuff. First tweet he shared, all this happened for a reason. Did it? Maybe, yeah, the reason was you chose to pick a fight with a guy you couldn't beat. And then he said he's been going through some stuff for a minute. I'm sure it's been a terrible 2 seasons for the White Sox, massive letdowns. He said, we ain't never tripping. Okay, that's cool. Then he deleted this one. This shit bigger. We gonna catch up with him later. Now that's a veiled threat, folks. I don't know about you, but saying like he's gonna do something to Jose, this was a veiled threat. He then deleted it. He tweeted some other stuff. Keep kicking on me while I'm down. A lot of MFers been switching up too. Fake shit. Hope you picking up when I'm putting down too. And then he was tweeting some other stuff like, who gave these effing losers opinions? Y'all got me effed up for real. Like, he's having a tough go with this. And like I said, this is by far Anderson's worst season in baseball. He's hitting 244, his second lowest of his career, but only 19 RBIs and one measly home run in 87 games. The White Sox obviously a complete disaster as a whole. They've done nothing. It's been so bad for them. And this is just a terrible look. Anderson got into that scrap with Josh Donaldson last year for allegedly calling him Jackie, caused the benches to clear. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody hates Josh Donaldson. I would punch Josh Donaldson in the face too if I could, because nobody likes that guy. So I'm going to give him a slight pass, but this is becoming a trending thing for a guy who looked like was going to be baseball's next superstar big thing. He's fallen off a cliff. He didn't help his team. They've been awful, and it's just, he's going through it. I think he needs a change of scenery, clearly. And then to add insult to injury, to pour some salt on the wounds of this bad boy, their ex-pitcher, Keenan Middleton, now with the Yankees, coming out saying some outrageous stuff. He said, you don't know how to police the culture if there are no rules or guidelines to follow because everyone's doing their own thing. Like, how do you say anything about it because there are no rules? Saying he likes going to the Yankees because there are rules. You know, if you show up late, you're going to be punished. So he's saying guys were showing up late, guys sleeping in the bullpen during games, missing meetings, going to missing practices without repercussions. It sounds like a madhouse, and it sounded like this all started under Tony La Russa. He was fired last season, and it just hasn't gotten better. They've built a completely toxic culture in Chicago with the White Sox, and it's a shame. They had one of the most talented teams in baseball a few years ago, and they've done absolutely nothing. They've fallen off. They've sold off a lot of pieces. Then a crazy story, allegedly, comes after a report that Tim Anderson got into a fight with Yasmani Grandal after he was talking mad shit to a guy who wanted to leave early because he wasn't playing, and then Grandal slapped him in the face, and then they got into a fight. It's just an atrocious look for the White Sox. It's been a bad 2 seasons. I feel bad for White Sox fans. They're constantly having to go on rants to vent their frustration. They're a long way away from their World Series title back in almost 20 years ago now, not quite 20 years. So tough look for Anderson. 6-game suspension to think about things. Maybe the White Sox just get rid of him in the offseason. I think that would be best. He needs the new start. Jose, 3 games and the championship belt for knocking out Tim Anderson, giving him a KO on his official fighting record. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you agree with the suspensions? Did you like the fight? Do you think they need a change of scenery for Tim Anderson? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Again, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share this video with your friends, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.